If you're new here, this is a trend-following indicator that handles entries, exits, and risk management in one tool. If you haven't used Quantum Ribbon Pro before, I'd recommend starting with Lite. It's free, link in description. Get comfortable with the core system first. If you've purchased Pro and you're watching this to learn how to use it, welcome. This video covers every feature. There's also an FAQ and setup guide on the product page that walks you through activation and getting started. Quantum Ribbon Pro just got an upgrade. Version 2.1 adds support and resistance auto detection, ribbon flip exits, real-time P&L tracking, and full visual customization. Let me show you what's new, then we'll go through the complete system. This is the headline feature. Enable SR auto detection, and the indicator automatically identifies key support and resistance levels. You'll see visual zones on your chart showing where price has reacted before. But it's not just visual. The indicator uses these levels to filter signals. Long signals only trigger near support. Short signals only trigger near resistance. No more buying into resistance or selling into support. 3 sensitivity options. Weak finds more levels, faster response. Normal is balanced. Strong only detects major swing points. Touch zone controls how close price needs to be to a level, anywhere from 0.1% to 5%. Tighter means more precision, fewer signals. Wider means more signals, less precision. The stats table shows real-time distance to the nearest key level. You always know how close you are to a key zone. New exit option. Close your position when the ribbon flips against you. Enable exit on ribbon flip, and the indicator watches for trend reversal. If you're long and the ribbon turns bearish, it exits. If you're short and the ribbon turns bullish, it exits. Flip sensitivity controls how aggressive this is. Set to 5, all 5 ribbon clouds must flip before exit. Set to 1, it exits on the first sign of weakness. This only triggers if no partial take profits have been hit yet. If you're already in profit and scaling out, the indicator lets the trade complete normally. The stats table now shows real-time P&L for open positions. When you're in a trade, you see the current profit or loss as a percentage. Updates dynamically as price moves. Green when profitable, red when not. No more calculating in your head. New size options. Tiny, small, normal, large. Pick what fits your screen. Table position selector lets you place it in any corner or center. Row visibility toggles let you show or hide individual rows. Don't need to see market DNA? Hide it. Only want trade levels? Turn off everything else. Full control over how everything looks. Custom label text. Change buy and sell to whatever you want. Trend candle colors. 5 separate color pickers for strong bull, bull, neutral, bear, strong bear. Each with opacity control. RSI overlay. When the RSI ribbon is fully aligned, the background tints to show it. Separate colors for bullish and bearish states. Instant visual confirmation without checking the table. Those are the new additions in 2.1. Now let's go through the rest of the system. The higher time frame filter lets you require ribbon alignment on a larger time frame before taking any signal on your chart. If you're trading on the 15-minute chart, you can set the filter to 1 hour or 4 hour. Now buy signals only fire when the hourly ribbon is also bullish. Sell signals only fire when the hourly ribbon is bearish. You're trading with the bigger trend instead of against it. Options include 15, 30, 60-minute, 2-hour, 4-hour, daily, and weekly. Or set it to none to disable the filter entirely. There's also a toggle to display the higher time frame ribbon directly on your chart, useful for seeing that bigger picture context visually without switching time frames. The stats table shows HTF status, green circle for bullish alignment, red for bearish, gray for neutral. At a glance, you know whether longs or shorts are currently permitted. Lite uses all or nothing exits. Price hits target, full position closes. Pro lets you scale out in stages like professional traders do. Enable partial take profits and you get 3 exit levels. TP1 closes a portion of your position at the first target. TP2 closes another portion at the second target. The remainder rides to the final target. Default settings close 50% at 1.5R, another 30% at 2R, and let the final 20% run to 2.5R. You can adjust all of these, the percentages and the R multiples. Why does this matter? It locks in profit early while keeping upside exposure. If the trade reverses after TP1, you've already banked half your position. If it keeps running, the remaining portion captures the extended move. The chart shows all three levels with dotted lines: TP1, TP2, and final. When each target gets hit, you see a label confirming which portion closed. The stats table tracks remaining position size so you always know where you stand. Once a trade moves in your favor, the break-even feature, if enabled, automatically moves your stop to entry price. No more watching a winning trade turn into a loss. 3 trigger options: move to break-even when TP1 hits, move when TP2 hits, or set a custom R multiple. Maybe you want break-even at 1R before any partial takes. When the stop moves, a BE label appears on the chart at your entry level. From that point, the worst case is a scratch trade, not a loss. This pairs naturally with partial take profits. Hit TP1, bank 50%, move to break even. Now you're playing with house money on the remaining position. Lite generates signals on trend confirmation, when everything aligns and momentum kicks in. Pro adds an alternative: ribbon bounce signals for pullback entries. Here's how it works. In an established uptrend with all 5 ribbon layers bullish, price pulls back and dips below the top EMA. When it crosses back above, that's a bounce signal. You're entering the trend at a better price after a pullback, rather than chasing the initial breakout. Same logic inverted for shorts. Established downtrend, price bounces up into the ribbon, then crosses back below. That's your short entry on the pullback. Toggle this on in settings and the indicator switches from breakout style entries to pullback style entries. Some traders prefer one, some prefer the other. Now you have the choice. Not everyone wants signals around the clock. The session filter restricts when signals can fire. Set your trading start and end times in EST. Default is 9:30 to 1600, regular US market hours. Outside that window, signals are blocked even if conditions are met. Enable the highlight option and the chart shows a subtle background color during active trading hours. Visual confirmation you're in the zone. The stats table updates too. During session it shows the active hours. Outside session it displays outside hours with a red background. Lite locks the ribbon configuration. Pro unlocks it for traders who want to experiment. Enable custom settings and you can adjust 3 parameters. Top EMA controls the fastest moving average. Lower numbers make it more responsive. Bottom EMA sets the slowest. Higher numbers smooth out the trend definition. Pair width determines spacing between each short and long EMA pair. Defaults are 21 for top, 60 for bottom, 7 for pair width. These work well across most markets and timeframes, but if you're trading very fast instruments or very slow ones, tweaking the ribbon can improve responsiveness or reduce noise. Pro gives you control over alert message format with 4 presets. Simple, just the signal and ticker. Clean, minimal. Detailed includes entry price, stop level, take profit target, and confidence score. Everything you need to execute the trade without opening the chart. JSON, structured data format for webhook integrations. If you're connecting to trading bots, Discord, Telegram, or other automation, this gives you properly formatted data to parse. Custom, build your own template using placeholders. Arrange them however you want. Beyond entry alerts, Pro also fires alerts for TP1 hit, TP2 hit, break-even activation, stop hit, and final target reached. Full trade lifecycle notification if you want it. If you've watched my video on combining Quantum Ribbon Lite with TP/RSI, that strategy is now built directly into Pro. You don't need 2 indicators anymore. Enable confirmation in settings, and the indicator requires TP/RSI ribbon alignment before any signal fires. For longs, all 5 RSI ribbon pairs must be bullish. For shorts, all 5 must be bearish. If momentum isn't fully aligned, the signal gets blocked. The stats table shows TP/RSI status when enabled. Green circle with the count when bullish, red when bearish, gray when mixed. At a glance, you know whether momentum confirms your direction. Will you miss some entries? Yes. The RSI ribbon might not be fully aligned when the price ribbon fires a signal. That's the trade-off. Fewer signals, but the ones you get have momentum backing them. If you still want the visual context of seeing the ribbon on a separate pane, you're welcome to add our free TP/RSI to your chart. But for signal filtering, it's all handled internally now. This one protects you from choppy markets. The range filter analyzes two things: volatility ratio and ribbon compression. When ATR is low compared to its average and the ribbon is squeezed tight, the market is ranging. Signals during these conditions have higher failure rates. The filter blocks them. 3 sensitivity levels. Low only blocks extreme chop. You'll still get most signals. Normal is the balanced default. High is strict, only trades when the market is clearly trending. The stats table shows filter status, clear to trade, with a green background when conditions are good, ranging market with orange when signals are blocked. Worth mentioning, if you're using ribbon bounce signals, consider enabling range filter alongside it. Bounce entries rely on trending conditions, but they can false trigger when price is just chopping around the ribbon without real direction. Range filter catches the chop, bounce signals catch the pullbacks in real trends. Enable swing as your stop method, and the indicator places stops at recent swing lows for longs, swing highs for shorts. It looks back over a configurable period, finds the structure level, then adds an ATR buffer beyond it for protection against stop hunts. 2 settings control it. Swing detection period determines how far back to look. Higher values find only major swings, lower values are more sensitive. Swing buffer adds safety margin beyond the swing point. Simple quality of life feature. Crypto trades 24/7, but weekends are low volume. Signals that fire Saturday or Sunday often lack follow-through. Enable this toggle and alerts won't fire on weekends. Chart signals still appear. You can see what's setting up. But your phone won't buzz at 2 a.m. Sunday with a signal that probably won't work anyway. This one's visual. Enable trend candles and your chart candles change color based on ribbon state. Bright green when 4 or 5 ribbon pairs are bullish, strong uptrend. Light green when 3 pairs bullish, moderate bull. Gray when mixed, neutral, no clear direction. Light red when bearish, bright red when strongly bearish. It's instant feedback without looking at the ribbon itself. Full control over how everything looks. Label styles let you customize buy, sell, TP, and stop labels independently. Color, opacity, size, match your chart theme or make signals pop however you want. Line styles control entry, stop loss, and take profit lines. Color, opacity, width. If you want subtle dotted lines or bold visible levels, it's your choice. Table styles adjust the stats panel. Background color and transparency, text color, border settings. Dark mode traders can flip it, minimal chart fans can make it nearly invisible. None of this changes how the indicator works. It's purely aesthetic, but if you spend hours looking at charts, having it look right matters. Let me show you a real example with multiple pro features enabled. Here's Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart with the 1-hour HTF filter active. I've got partial take profits enabled with the default settings. 50% at 1.5R, 30% at 2R, 20% at 2.5R. Break-even set to trigger at TP1. Signal fires, entry, stop, and 3 TP levels appear on the chart. Price moves up. Hits TP1, there's the label, 50% closed. Stop automatically moves to break even, see the BE marker, hits TP2, another 30% closed. Now I'm riding the final 20% with a protected stop at entry. 0 risk on remaining position. Final target hits. Trade complete. Quick note on that stats table. Whatever numbers you see there, high or low, don't take them as a promise. Performance constantly shifts with market conditions. What worked last month might not work next month. The table shows you what happened, not what will happen. For reference, Here's the math on break-even win rates after accounting for fees. 1.5R targets need roughly 40% winners. 2R targets need around 34%. 3R targets need about 25%. The indicator doesn't guarantee you'll hit those numbers. It gives you the framework. Markets decide the rest. Pro 2.0 makes sense if you want the complete package. Trend filtering, momentum confirmation, chop protection, and professional trade management in one indicator. If you're looking for guaranteed profits, this isn't it. No indicator is. Pro gives you better tools and more control, not a money printer. This isn't financial advice. Trading carries real risk and you can lose money. If you decide to use this, that's entirely your choice and your responsibility. I'm showing you a tool, not telling you to trade. Past performance, backtests, win rates I've mentioned, none of that guarantees future results. Markets change. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. If you understand the risk and want better tools to manage it, link is in the description. After purchase, you'll get access on TradingView. There's an FAQ and setup guide on the product page that walks you through everything. We have recently introduced the complete QR Pro BST ecosystem. One workflow, 3 tools. Backtest your settings, scan for opportunities, and trade with confidence. Link in the description if you want to see how it works.